Look, when St. Louis does badly, it hurts the rest of the state. When St. Louis does well, it elevates the rest of the state.
Shootings during holiday celebrations, local leaders and neighbors react after more than 20 people are shot in St. Louis City over the 4th of July weekend.
6 break-ins in a matter of hours. The North County business is hit by burglars while you were asleep.
And our next weather impact today on the table for Tuesday will outlook what the risks are and a look at the remnants of Hurricane Beryl.
Charging while driving, what I learned about electric vehicles on a special test drive with Ameren, Illinois.
The MLB All-Star Game is just 8 days away. We take a look at the only Cardinal to make the All-Star roster.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, July the 8th. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We just want to say thanks for joining us, including those of you who might be watching us on 5+. You might want to keep your eyes to the skies and the forecast in the next day or so, because Anthony Slaughter says we could be in for a change.
Yeah, hopefully enjoyed the weekend. It did turn out to be pretty decent. Aside from the heat and humidity we have now flooding concern for Tuesday because of the potential of the remnants of Hurricane Beryl that are moving this direction. So all day tomorrow we'll have a steady rain around. This will be a tropical rain, could cause some issues as you drive around, 2 to 4 inches of rain on the way. And today what you need to do is clear out those storm drains around the house, the gutters, check on them, because as this rain comes down, sometimes that can cause an issue when it comes to flooding. Now this morning we've already had some spotty storms around for you in the Ozarks. Those are moving into Rolla. Flash flood warning that's been posted for Lincoln, Montgomery, and Warren County. That's scrolling at the bottom of your screen until 7:45. And it's from this complex of rain that moved through there now into Wentzville, O'Fallon, Missouri, into Grafton, and up into Jerseyville and Carrollton. So spotty storms today, not an all-day rain, 88 for the high temperature later on. We'll talk about the rest of the week's forecast coming up. Let's get you out the door, head to work and summer camp. Paul is here to help you avoid the issues. Paul, good morning.
Good morning, Anthony. You're going to want to add a little time to your commute if you use 70 and you're coming from St. Charles near the Ameristar Casino. You can see this big delay we've been talking about for quite a while, and it's kind of like a parking lot out there right now. All these cars are people that don't watch Today in St. Louis, so they didn't know about it, but you did, and hopefully you can avoid it. Let's make sure you do just that. Page extension, that's an option here to get around this accident that is blocking more than one lane and causing a delay. And then even a little bit further to the north, another option at 370 to get across the river. We'll keep a close eye on it. This is almost backed up to Zumble now, so we'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. This morning, one person is recovering from an overnight shooting in St. Louis.
Now, this is the latest in a string of shootings across our city since the 4th of July holiday. Our Mercedes McKay joins us now live in downtown with the intensifying concerns over public safety this morning. Mercedes?
Rennie and Michelle, everyone is concerned right now, not only city leaders, but also city residents. They want to figure out a issue and they want to solve this problem. We're live outside of St. Louis Police Headquarters, where right now investigators are looking into over a dozen shootings since the holiday. Since Thursday night, that was 4th of July evening, at least 21 people have been shot in St. Louis and one person has died. The latest shooting happened just hours ago. It was just after 2 this morning. Police were sent to North 2nd Street near the Horseshoe Casino, where a man was critically injured. And as police were investigating there, they heard gunshots elsewhere, with some quickly leaving the scene. Now, this all comes as city leaders and police address the 4th of July mass shooting in downtown that injured 7 people. Mayor Tashara Jones was at yesterday's STL Fest, where she addressed the violence to the crowd.
I can't do it by myself. The county can't do it by themselves. It's going to take all of us to take collective responsibility for each other. We have to look out for each other. Whether that kid is yours or not, I'm a mom of a 16-year-old. I know exactly where he is every minute of the day. And it's going to take all of us putting our arms around our babies to get out of this.
Tonight, the St. Louis Downtown Neighborhood Association is hosting a public town hall meeting that'll start at 6 p.m. at the Central Public Library. Mayor Jones's team told 5 on Your Side she will likely not be there, but we are told that Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore and St. Louis Police Chief Robert Tracy will be in attendance. Coming up in our next half hour, what city residents are saying about this ongoing violence. Live in downtown St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on Your Side.
Thank you, Mercedes. In response to this violence, Missouri Secretary of State and Republican gubernatorial candidate Jay Ashcroft posted on X that it's, quote, past time for the state to take control of the SLMPD.
He tells 5 on Your Side the city has failed and claims officials are defunding the police department.
They are taking resources away. Officers show up to work. They don't even know if there's a car they can use as they're driving the district. They need to know they'll be supported. They need to know that the law will be on their side, that if they do their job, if they follow their law, they won't be criminally or civilly prosecuted.
Now, in 2013, Missouri voters returned control of the St. Louis Police Department to the city after more than 150 years of state oversight. Ashcroft's proposal includes hiring 1,000 police officers in his first year as governor. Lieutenant Governor Mike Kehoe is also running for governor, and his campaign released this response saying Secretary Ashcroft is campaigning on issues that Mike Kehoe has been working for years. It is why every major law enforcement and public safety organization has endorsed Mike Kehoe for governor. We also reached out to Bill Eigel's campaign, but have not heard back.
Right now, the major case squad of Greater St. Louis is looking for Lamondre A. Wilson. They named him, the 20-year-old, as a person of interest in the shooting death of 17-year-old Terrence D. Booker. Booker was killed back on June the 29th on William Street in Cahokia Heights. Police ask everyone who knows where Wilson is to call them at 618-332-4277.
And new overnight at 6:07 this morning, police in North County are investigating a string of business break-ins. Take a look there. Let's get out to our Sydney Stallworth, who's live at the scene at one of those break-ins. And Sydney, what are you seeing out there?
Well, Michelle, our newsroom has learned at least 6 businesses here in Florissant have been broken into and burglarized overnight. We're standing in front of one of them. This is a Subway here at 67. Take a look at this door, now boarded up after suspects shattered the glass of this door just a few hours ago. A few remnants of glass remaining in front of this store. And now I can tell you that we're actually just at one of these locations. If you take a look behind me, about a half mile this way, a bar and grill was hit. About a half mile in front of me, another restaurant was hit. And our newsroom has been tracking the break-ins all morning long. Go ahead and take a look. Let's start with this Subway that we're standing in front of this morning. The break-in here happened before 2 o'clock this morning. We followed police to this scene here on North 67. Police say this business was burglarized, but right now we don't know what was stolen. Now take a look at the shattered storefront of the Qdoba on New Halls Ferry Road. You can see the glass and front windows completely smashed in there. We can confirm another business next door, an edible arrangement store, was also broken into around the same time. And Brennan's Bar and Grill was another target. As you can see, the front door was completely smashed in. Shattered glass was all over the ground of the storefront this morning. We did see police inside that building collecting evidence. Now, we've been pushing Florissant police for answers all morning as to whether these 6 burglaries are connected and whether a crash in the area around the same time could be linked to a possible suspect in this case. They haven't given us those answers just yet as we continue to push for those this morning, but they have told us that all 6 burglaries are under investigation. That's the very latest from here in Florissant. I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on Your Side.
Ramping up security in our capital, why 32 world leaders are heading to Washington, D.C. today.
Parents, you can save some money this week while caring for your little ones, where you can get a pack of free diapers.
And if you're headed outside at any point today, it is going to be a warm one. Temperatures climbing into the 80s. And in fact, we'll have spotty thunderstorms around today and a heavier widespread rain for tomorrow. We are back to talk about your weather impact forecast.